Hello everyone, this is Epic Tabletop and I am Birdish. At first I would like to, kind of apologize for my absence for the last 3 months, but I've fallen some hard times in my family life since the end of January. It is pretty much over now, but there was no happy ending. Such is the way of life, I suppose. I couldn't really bring myself to edit any material for the channel, but that doesn't mean I've given up on my hobbying. All in all, this hobby is one of the few things that helps me get through the ups and downs that are undoubtedly lurking around every corner. So, I decided as a way of coming back to share with you what I have been doing, hobby-wise of course. Well, let's get started then. First, something perhaps less exciting for some, and by that I mean some terrain. For me, such pieces are crucial, and as much a part of a fun game as the miniatures themselves. All these are 3D FDM prints from various creators. All of the terrain I have painted are in medievalish vibe. I mean, obviously they can be used for other settings as well. First of all, some walls. Well, law walls, kind of boundary walls. They can be used as cover, I suppose, but I mainly wanted to have visual boundaries for fields, little by the house gardens and such. I am planning on adding more color to some of the stones, but since these already were part of some games, I do consider them finished for gaming purposes. I have printed few sizes of these walls so I can adjust the length and fit it with various terrain sizes. I am very happy with these stone contraptions. You will see those very often. Now some animal housing. The first one, well, I'm not sure what it is. I mean, what kind of animals would live in this particular building, but I imagine it is perfect for a donkey. So, my miniature donkey usually hangs around this shelter. It is simple yet very nicely looking piece of terrain. The second one is a chicken coop, although it's missing a platform which chickens could use getting in or out, but that is okay since I don't have any chicken minis yet. Again, very cool looking piece of terrain that adds authenticity to village setups. Some small stuff like logs prepared for cutting and trough for pigs or other animals. Haystacks, something I wanted to have for a long time. I'm pretty sure I will print more. And to go with those, a lovely hay cart. The hay part is actually removable and can be changed for other cargo. Now, this is a blacksmith workshop. I need to finish the tools hanging on the board, but again this piece already took part in a game, so it's ready. There's also a table with some tools and such, but I didn't paint it yet. And finally these two houses. They look identical, but they are actually a bit different. As you can see, they also need to go through some weathering, and I will print some additional, small building like an annex to differentiate them more from each other. Now we get to the minis I've managed to finish current year. First of all, Prussians for German Unification Wars, or Prussian Conquest Wars. Naming would depend on your point of view, I suppose. You may have seen those before. There are other videos on my channel talking about those lovely minis from Styriwar. There is a link in the description if you want to check it out. Last thing I've painted previous year were these Death Troopers along with Director Krennic. So, in 2026, after finishing the Prussians, as a first new subject I did this Stormtrooper squad. I love Star Wars, I mean the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy as well. So-called Disney Star Wars, apart from Andor and Rogue One, is unwatchable, in my opinion, and does not exist as a canon for me. I got Scout Unit almost ready and then quite a few more things. these Napoleonic Austrians were to be a project. Right now I'm not sure if I will get a time to finish them. I mean, I have heaps of Duchy of Warsaw minis to paint, so I simply don't think I'll have a time for Austrians. Now something a bit different, and by that I mean the scale, since these are 15mm minis, as you can probably see. I was deliberately staying away from other scales, mainly because getting into anything else than 28mm would cause me to produce yet another set of terrains for this new scale. And believe me, I got boxes upon boxes of 28mm terrain in storage. But for this particular game I finally gave in. The game in question is by Fire and Sword, 2nd edition. It is a tabletop system from Polish publisher, and I will be talking more about the game and the minis for it. You can bet on it. This set of minis depicts Turkish light cavalry from 17th century, Beshli. I've painted these to see how this goes and what results will my painting yield, and I'm pretty happy with the finished product. And the main dish. I mean, in terms of quantity, these were the most numerous when it comes to painted minis this year. So far, of course. These are, again, Styriwar miniatures depicting various combatants from the turn of the 12th and 13th century. I've painted them to create an army for Baron's War. At first, I didn't have any theme in mind, but ultimately I've painted a bishop miniature that was to depict Peter des Roches, so that to make me King John follower. But in the end I'm thinking about moving the action to my neighborhood and adding more Polish slash Mazovian looking knights. Something along the looks of this guy. That's pretty much it when it comes to finished stuff. How are you guys doing? What subjects and minis did you paint during first months of this year? Let me know in the comments and I will see you soon. Cheers, till next time.